Are you looking to branch out and become more adventurous in your wine selection, but don't quite know how to start? Well, not to worry, because you and I are going wine shopping together. Learn more about those obscure grapes and wine regions where you can find a sensational bottle of wine for criminally low prices. Let's get started exploring and tasting new wines together. Hello and happy Valentine's Day to you all. Whether you're celebrating today with a romantic partner, close friends, family, or with your number one loved one, yourself, you deserve to drink a delicious bottle of wine. And what could be more appropriate today than some pink bubbles? This is a really delicious bottle coming from the McBride sisters, who have a really fun story that I'd love to share with you. These were two half-sisters that grew up across the world from each other, having no idea that they existed. One sister grew up in Monterey, California, and the other in Marlborough, New Zealand. They discovered each other, discovered this shared love of wine, and started producing some really killer wines together. I think that's a really, really fun, neat story. This is a pretty widely distributed label, so you should be able to find this for about $20 in most of your grocery stores. I grabbed mine at the Ralph's just down the street, because I like to get this bottle throughout the year, but I think it's especially appropriate for Valentine's Day. So this is coming from a region on New Zealand's Northern Island on the east side called Hawke's Bay. This is one of the most premier regions in New Zealand for fine wine, and it seems that Bordeaux varietals, Bordeaux grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc do really, really well in this region, but it does have a wide diversity of soils and climates, so you see a lot of other great wines being made from the Chardonnay grape, Pinot Noir grape, Syrah grape, and some lovely sparkling wines as well, which we're about to discover. It just always smells so good. On the nose, it's like a bouquet of red roses, pink roses. Again, very appropriate for Valentine's Day. And then really lovely, juicy, creamy fruits, strawberry shortcake, or a little bit of watermelon in there as well. Raspberries, very ripe, delicious raspberries that you get at the farmer's market. Very bright, very crisp. Snap pea note in here as well. That really bright green, fresh note on the palate. Beautiful, bright, acidity, very fresh. This makes it a very, very pairable wine, as we learned before, high acid. That quality, that structure of the wine that makes your mouth water, makes you want to take another bite of food. High acid wines are great to pair with food. And yeah, all those lovely berry notes, but has that little bit of creaminess on the body that just, again, makes it a little rounder, a little sexier, which we love for Valentine's Day. This sparkling wine is made using the traditional method. And this means that secondary fermentation, which makes all of the bubbles that we love, is occurring entirely in the bottle, as opposed to, say, in a tank. So what they'll do is they have a still wine, a base still wine. It's already been fermented, already been created. Usually it's a base of different still wines that they blend together, put in the bottle along with some sugar and yeast, and they trap it in there. So the yeast is gobbling up all of that sugar and releasing alcohol and carbon dioxide to make our bubbles. Once the yeast dies, they settle. The little corpses of the yeast, known as lees, settle into the neck of the bottle because it's tilted on its side, about 45 degrees like that. They die in the neck of the bottle, and they impart some texture and some richness to that finished sparkling wine, which you absolutely get in here, that lees contact. The lees do get removed, so you're not just drinking a bunch of dead yeast cells, you would see it. But this makes it a very labor-intensive, very time-intensive, usually very expensive process of making sparkling wine. This is how the world's greatest sparkling wine, including champagne, are made. It's often called the champagne method as well because of that. So this is a very high-quality sparkling wine made in what is considered the highest quality method of making sparkling wine. And it's absolutely delicious. This is gonna pair with a lot of very lovely foods for your Valentine's Day. If you're making any salmon or poultry dishes, lovely. Gonna be great with seafood, lobster, oysters. Any of those seafood dishes are gonna be delightful. Pasta dishes as well, or just by itself with good conversation. If you want some fun little aphrodisiac hints, Jason Wise and I just did a podcast on aphrodisiacs, on the history, different aphrodisiacs, and why they are considered to be sexy foods to get you into the mood. So you can definitely check that out. A lot of them would pair great with this wine, so didn't that work out well? But cheers, I hope you enjoy this wine. Go pick up a bottle, let us know what you think, and enjoy your Valentine's Day, whether it's with friends, with a romantic partner, or again, enjoying it by yourself. Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day.